Jai Bharat to all students. We all know that your semester exam, university exam, is starting from next week. Okay. So today's I will not start a new chapter. Okay, and today's we will discuss about revision of sequence and series. Okay. 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 What is sequence? Sequence is a list of things, usually numbers, that are in order. Okay. One word for the definition of sequence. It is a usually number that are in order. Okay. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, and goes on forever. There are two types of series: infinite and finite. Finite it means we can count the number of terms in sequence. Okay. Infinite means it goes on forever. Okay, we cannot count the number of terms are there in the sequence. Okay, so they have given example. This is infinite sequence. This is infinite. They have given this for only number, odd number. This is finite sequence. It is a backwards. Okay, so this is a finite and infinite sequence. Okay, how do we represent notation? We notation set, break, or brace. Okay, there are sequence which follow the rule. Okay, we already see in definition that sequence is a list of things are order. Order means there are some rule which sequence have follow. Okay, so what is the rule? Okay, so 3 5 7 start at 3 and jump to every time. Okay, so this is one type of sequence which has a something rule. Okay, so we have to find the formula of sequence. Okay, so that we can say that what is the 10th term, what is the 100th term, okay, what is the n term. Okay, so what is the rule? We in last lectures already discussed about how to find the rule of the any sequence. First, difference, what is the basic difference between two terms? The sequence goes to every time, so we can say trace rule is 2n. Okay, but if we take 1, n is equal to 1 2 3 4, so we get 2 4 6, and what is the common? It is a low by 1. Okay, so what we will do, we will add plus 1. Okay, so with the trial and error we can find the rule of any sequence. Okay, so this is the rule of 2n plus plus for this sequence. Okay, okay, so with the help of rule we can calculate any term. Okay, so this is example. Say calculate the first 4 terms of sequence. Okay, they already given 4, we have to put n is equal to 4 and we get the sequence. Okay, some different types of sequence like arithmetic sequence. Okay, in arithmetic sequence, the difference between one term and the next one is always constant. You can see arithmetic means difference or addition between two terms is always constant. Okay, here you can see that difference is 3 in between all the terms. Okay, and we have to find the rule of sequence, which we can say if it is a difference to two terms, so we can say 3n. After 3n, if we put n is equal to 1, we get the 3, but here our original sequence first term is 1, so we usually minus 2, so our rule will become 3n minus 2. Okay, in general arithmetic sequence write like this: a plus d, a plus 2d, a plus 3d. A is first term, d is the basic difference, or you can say xn is equal to a plus d n minus 1. Okay, also in arithmetic we have discussed summation of arithmetic sequence. Okay, we have seen the sum rule for the summation of arithmetic sequence. It's a n by 2 bracket 2a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, you have to remember, and in exam these types of question is always asked. Okay, sigma, this is called sigma, and from where to sum up, okay, for n is equal to 1 to 4 and what to add, okay. So this is a sigma arithmetic summation of arithmetic sequence, okay. And if we forget the sequence, they have also how to make this formula, okay. First of all, let's say summation is s, so we have arithmetic sequence a plus d, and last to last term is a plus n minus 2d, and last term is a plus n minus d. We have n term, okay. Now rewrite s in reverse order, okay. So, and addition of first two term, okay. Add both this equation, okay. So we get 2s and 2a plus n minus 1d, 2a plus n minus 1d, 2a square. You can see that each term we get the same, okay. So we have n term, so what is the addition of this n same term? It is n multiplied by this term, okay. So we get 2s is equal to n into 2a plus n minus 1d. So we get the overall summation of the arithmetic sequence n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d, okay. Next is our geometric sequence. In geometric sequence, each term is found by multiplying the previous term, and it is a constant. In arithmetic we have difference or addition, but in geometric we have multiplication or let's say division, and it is a constant. In both the sequence we get the constant, okay. So if it is a constant, then it's called sequence, okay. Otherwise it's not a sequence, it's generally a number, okay. So difference or multiplying, it's always a constant, okay. So in general we write geometric sequence like this: ar, okay, with where a is first term and r is a factor between the term. It's also called common ratio. In arithmetic sequence we have addition, so we have a minus d, okay, like a plus d, a plus 2d, okay, like this, okay. And in geometric sequence we have common ratio as a multiplication, so we can write ar square, ar cube, okay. Now this is a rule of geometric sequence ar n minus 1, okay. We can get the any number of any geometric sequence with the help of this formula, okay. And now summation of geometric sequence. This is a formula of summation of geometric sequence, which say a in bracket 1 minus r raised to n divided by 1 minus r, okay. This formula you also have to remember for the summation of geometric sequence, okay. In exam, both these types of exam will be asked: summation of arithmetic sequence and summation on geometric sequence also, okay. How do we come up with this formula? They have also given, okay. So if you forget the formula, you can rewrite like this. First of all, write s is equal to a plus r square, then multiply, okay. In arithmetic we have rewrite the s, and after that we have addition, but here we have to multiply by r, so we get like this. You can see that first equation, second term and first term, third term and second term are similar, okay. So cancel out both the terms, both equation difference. So s minus sr, we get the here a plus ar first equation, and write first term in second term, so we get easily cancel out each term, okay. So here in first equation we have remaining first term, in second equation what is the remaining? Last term, okay. So we have s minus sr is equal to a minus arn. So after common out s and make the calculation formula, we can get the formula of summation of geometrical sequence, okay, which say a into 1 minus r raised to n upon 1 minus r, okay. So this is the arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. Okay, next types of sequence is triangular number sequence. We already last lecture we have discussed about triangular number sequence. Okay, so what is the triangle pattern? We only have to add number of row and count the number of dots. Okay, so we make triangle and add number of row. Okay, only this is common, and we have to add one by one row. Okay, adding another row of dots and counting all the dots, we can find the next number. Also, you can find out with the second term and first dot, second dot and third terms. Okay, addition of these two, we can get the our next term also. Okay, or you can use the formula like this also. For second triangle has a another row with two extra dots, so 1 plus 2 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. Here 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 10. Or fifth has a 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay, so 15 here. Okay, so with this method also you can find the number of dots in the n term also. So this is called a triangular pattern. Okay, now what is the rule of, first of all, make the triangle in right angle triangle. Okay, then double and form them into rectangle, double the number of dot and form them into rectangle. So here we have n by n plus 1 rectangle, n row and n plus 1 column. Okay, so now if we want to find out how many numbers, we can easily count the rectangle area. Okay, so dots in rectangle means n into n by n plus 1 multiplication of row and column. But first we have double the number of dots, so we have to divide by 2. So we have rule of the triangle sequence, xn is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. You also have to remember this formula of triangular series. Okay, geometric triangular number. Okay, also we have square number sequence. Okay, rule is n square 149. Also we have cube number, rule is n cube. We also have Fibonacci sequence. Okay, what is Fibonacci? Next number is found by adding the true numbers before it. Previous two number, we have to add previous two numbers, so we can get the our next number. Okay, so 0 plus 1, so we can get 1, 1 plus 1 we get 2, 1 plus 2 we get the 3, 2 plus 3 we get the 5. So this is called Fibonacci sequence. Okay, it's founded by the scientist named Fibonacci, so this sequence is called Fibonacci sequence. Okay, and its rule is simple. Xn is equal to previous two term, means n minus 1 term plus n minus 2 term. Okay, so this is called Fibonacci sequence. Next we have discussed a partial sum, use of the sigma. Yes, okay, if you want to add a first 4 term, first 10 term. Okay, so how do we calculate the addition of the sequence? We already discussed summation of in arithmetic sequence and summation in geometric sequence. Okay, but if it is not arithmetic or not geometric, then how do we get the summation of all the numbers? Okay, so this is a basic rule of partial sum and its property we have discussed. Partial sum is a part of the sum of the sequence. Okay, which can write like this: sigma is equal to add them all up. Okay, sum up. And what we have to sum? Okay, after the sign. Okay, sum whatever is after the sigma. Okay, and what the value in between n is equal to 1 to 4. Okay, we can add the square number also. Okay, we can add this sequence value to 2n plus 1. Okay, anything you can write. Okay, we can get the addition of the with the help of sigma function. Okay, so this is also one of the sequence I into I plus 1. We can get the first term, second term and third term also, and addition of first to third term also. Okay, we can get. Okay, there are some property involved in the sigma. Okay, first property is multiplying by constant property, which say if it is a constant value like 2 or minus 9.1 or anything, we can common out because it does not really affect the whole the summation of the equation. Okay, like this, if we have 2x square plus 2x plus 2. Okay, we can common out like 2 x square plus x plus 1. Okay, so we simply common out the constant value, okay, in the sigma function. Okay, so it will be easy to calculate and it's time consuming. Okay, if it is a 6k square, we can common out 6 and then we calculate k square, then we multiply with the 6. Okay, so in this way we only have to multiply one time with the 6, but here if you use these types of formula, you have to multiply every term with the 6, then you have to add. Okay, in this way you only have to multiply 6 with one time. Okay, there are also addition and subtraction property. If it is a bracket and addition, we can get the bracket out, and also this is a same as the answer we can get with the help of this. Okay, it is also available true for the subtraction also. Okay, so we do not have to first of all addition to giant sequence and then some summation. Okay, we only have used to summation of one equation, summation of second equation, then we have summation of all the answer. Okay, so it get easy and better for calculation. There are all shortcut for the sigma property. Okay, if we want to k is equal to 1 to n, if it is a 1, okay, it is a constant, so we can get the answer as is equal to n. Okay, 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus up to n time. Okay, so its addition is n. Now if it is a c, so what will we get? C can common out, k is equal to 1 to n. Here it is a 1, so we already know what is the sigma of 1 is n, and here c is nc. Okay, now we want to add all the natural number 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4. Okay, so you already know what is the summation of all natural number, n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, so in example, if you get the sigma k, so you can get the direct answer and write n into n plus 1 by 2. Okay, as well as we have shortcut for the square summation of square value, natural value. Okay, which say n plus 1 to n plus 1 by 6. You all have to remember this all natural number, all square natural number and all cube natural number. Okay, summation of and cube says n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square, which is all same as all natural number summation and its square. Okay, n plus 1 by 2 whole square, and summation of the all odd number, it is equal to n square. So this is a partial sums. Now in last lecture we have discussed sequence finding a rule. Okay, so you already have remember because it's in we have studied in last lecture. Okay, let's start with some basic. Okay, how to find the rule of any sequence. Okay, we have also discussed there are many rules for the one sequence. Okay, we have this also rule for this also is a sequence, and this also is sequence for the same sequence. Okay, so we have many rules follow the sequence. Now simple rule for the finding the rule of any sequence. First of all, you have to find the difference between the two terms. Okay, so here you can see that we have difference of 2, so we can say that formula which is contain 2n. If it is a difference is 3n, which we can say that formula contain 3n. Okay, so 2n. So if we 2n and our first term we add n is equal to 1, we get the 2. But our original term is start from the 7. So how many it is wrong by 7 minus 2? 5. Here you second term is also 5. So you can see that all the number is wrong by 5, lesser of 5. Okay, so what we will do? We just add in to equation 2n plus 5, so we can get the original sequence. So with this method you can get the rule of any sequence. Now let's say we have now have to calculate second difference. Okay, this sequence if we different, we can get 1 2 3 4 5 6. Now we have to do also second difference. Okay, then after we can get the same answer. In here we in first difference we get the same answer, but here we have to do two difference, then we can get the same answer as a 1. So what will we do? We have to, if it is a second difference, our rule contains n square by 2. You have to remember this, n square by 2. If it is a second difference is contain all the 2 value, so it will have to multiply 2n square by 2. If it is a 3, so then our equation will become 3n square by 2. Okay, remember this, we have to multiply whichever this here difference is came. Okay, if it is a 5, so it will become 5n square by 2. Now try with the help of trial and error, we have to find the rule of any sequence. So first of all, this is our original sequence. We have to calculate n square by 2. Now what is the difference between these two terms? Okay, so you can see that 0.50 minus 0.5 minus, it is decreasing by 0.5. Okay, so here if we take 1 by 2 means n by 2. Okay, it is a decreasing, so we have to minus n by 2. Okay, so our next term will become n square by 2 minus n by 2. Now again difference between original sequence and which we get with the help of this equation. Okay, so you can see that now we get the same answer. If we get the same answer difference, okay, so with it is a basic, we have to add only plus 1, like this we have to add plus 5. Okay, so with the help of trial and error, first of all we calculate n square by 2 sequence, then we calculate n square by 2 minus n by 2, then we can get the right answer formula for the any sequence. Okay, so this is the way, this is the method of finding the rule of any sequence. Okay, so this is a chapter of sequence and series. Okay, so now we have in exam you have syllabus of vector, matrix, eigenvector and eigenvalue. Okay, and this sequence and series. Okay, in exam question are coming from this equation. Okay, now then this is your assignment question. You have to write in book and upload it in RNWIET application. Okay, best of luck for your exam. Okay, today's lecture is completed.